Okay, everybody, let's get started. We are in lecture 19, week 10. I mentioned this on Monday, but I'll sort of say it again, that this assignment, I don't want to say it's not, difficult's the wrong word, but it is one of the most comprehensive assignments that we've had and will have this semester, because I really like that this assignment combines a lot of the skills and topics that we've learned throughout the entirety of the semester. And when I say a lot of them, I mean quite a bit. I mean, you're having to use quite a bit of AutoCAD knowledge. You're doing freehand sketching, scaling, like all sorts of stuff. So I think it's a pretty valuable exercise. The assignment's going to open today and it's going to close Monday at 5 p.m. I'm not going to have a help session on Friday because our concrete canoe and steel bridge team are competing at our regional conference this week and weekend, so I'm going to be there with them. But if you have any questions or whatnot, you can always send me a note by email. Don't forget, we have our exam next week. We're going to have a practice exercise on Monday, exam on Wednesday. Okay. Homework 8 is graded. I didn't get the average, though. I'll send that out via email and whatnot. Okay. Before I hand out the assignment, I do want to say a few words about the exercise, and just to sort of make the point, we had our 11 o'clock section. I do think that it is worth it to take a few minutes and sort of read through the assignment, because I was walking around and asking everybody how they were doing with the exercise, and I found myself answering a lot of questions that were, they were actually right there in the assignment. So this assignment, probably more so than a lot of the others, really does benefit from taking a minute or two and reading the handout. Okay, so y'all have the code? I'm guessing you all are coming back from an exam or whatnot. That's okay. Everybody got the code? Going once, going twice. I got the code up here in case anybody misses it. Okay. Okay. All right, so I need everybody's attention for a few minutes. So eyes off the laptops, eyes up here. This is meant, and what I'm saying here is meant to make your life easier and make the assignment go faster. Okay, so I'm going to give you this. Okay, this is a drawing to scale at a 1 inch equals 20 millimeter scale. And I'm giving you this drawing, and it has several dimensions that are unknown and space to fill in those dimensions using an engineering scale. Your job is to produce this, okay? So I'm giving you the side view, although instead of the letters, you'll have numbers there. And your goal is to produce a drawing with the side view, top view, and front view. So I'm not giving you what the front view and top view are. You're going to have to figure that out. So maybe brushing those sketching muscles a little bit or using those sketching muscles to generate that, okay? Now, a couple things about the nature of this assignment, and then this stuff is meant to make it all go fast. Okay, so a couple things. Let me pull up the assignment. Okay, so a couple things. Number one, when it's all said and done, I want the drawing on an ANSI full bleed B at a 1:20 scale. The font should be Roman S, and I would adjust the text style, not each individual dimension. That might make your life a little more difficult. Okay, the title block and the scale block. Whenever you open AutoCAD, before you start drawing the objects, the first thing that you should do is create the title block, create the scale block, then increase the scale, then start drawing the objects. So do that first, okay? Don't start drawing the actual bracket until you've drawn the title block and scale block and upscaled it accordingly. If you remember the football field exercise, the way that worked is we had the football field that was already drawn, then we had the title block that was already drawn, but remember we had to increase the scale so that it would fit. Okay, you don't have the football field already drawn. You have to draw that. So my advice is to draw the page and everything to a 1:1 scale like you would normally draw it. Then use the scale command. Then start drawing the object. Okay. I've given you the dimension style. I've given you the text style. One thing I am not giving you is specifics on exactly how many layers to use. That's up to you. You do as many layers as you want. You use whatever color layers you want. I don't care, because you're going to be printing the drawing as a PDF to monochrome. So it isn't going to matter. Okay, but I think you do need at least 2 layers for the center lines and the hidden lines, the dashed lines. Okay, I have some guidance in here on how to do the dashed lines and center lines so that showed up to scale accordingly, and you can read them. I have here some notes and guidance for like how it should look when it's all submitted. I would take a minute and read through those as you're preparing the drawing. The other thing that I would say is this. So the first thing that you're going to have to craft in AutoCAD is the title block and page border and scale block and all that. Okay, I would really pay attention to the notes on this drawing and the dimensions. So for example, there is a difference between the width of the page being 17 inches wide and the width of the page border being 16.5 inches wide. Okay, and so before you start doing any text, I would make sure all these dimensions are correct. I would also make sure that you're paying attention to this, because this is going to tell you how to generate that text. Okay? For this scale block down here at the bottom, I do not care how tall it is. It doesn't bother me, as long as it's 1 unit wide or 1 inch wide when it's plotted at the end of the day. Okay? So what I do here is I have a horizontal line, series of vertical lines, then use a solid hatch to fill in that checkerboard pattern. This page here is what it should sort of look like when it's all said and done, when it's plotted to PDF. Okay? Any questions on that? Everybody good? All right, so I'm going to set 2 piles up here. Bam. Bam. And with that,
Sorry.
get to work.